Hi everyone. Today we're going to show you how we pack up the RV the night before we travel. So tomorrow is a travel day for us, and we're going to show you how we pack up the outside of the RV.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. All right, Alan, tell them why we're doing this video.
So we're doing this video because someone asked us to do the video. No, we're doing this video because someone that we were talking to last week doesn't do the RV life, and they had some questions as to how we do it, how we pack it up, where everything is stored,
How we move it.
how you move it, and how you get it all ready. So,
All right, so here we go. Stick around. All right, so what we actually do the night before depends on how long we've been at a place and what I've been doing for work on the rig or for the RV business, and how much stuff we have taken out. So this time around, we haven't taken out the dog pens or anything like that, so they're already in there. We leave these kind of dog beds out until tomorrow because we'll leash up the dogs in the morning and they'll sit there and chew on a bone or whatever, stay out of our way. The biggest thing that we concentrate on is weight distribution and safety. So what I'll do the night before is I'll get out my torque wrench. Sometimes I'll get out my air compressor because I'm going to have to top off the tires in the morning, and I'll check the lugs. And then it's a matter of just getting everything packed in here nice and neat, and then shifting whatever I can from here into the car or into the truck, because we're always trying to negotiate the weight in here. So I know that this is my RV service manuals and training and some inventory. So I'll probably move this over into the truck. So that'll go over into the truck, freeing up that space. And then on the other side, in here, I've just got some light supply, relatively light supplies, but then I have some weights and camera gear. Now this would usually already be in the back of the car, but we've been doing some other stuff around here which made me need to put it in here because we're loading up luggage and stuff as we're visiting with family. So that will go, and it's heavy, over into the car. And then we'll see what we have for space. That'll leave plenty of room. Follow me over there, I'll show you. This is probably a good 50 pounds or so. So I'll put it in here, out of the way. This is our Starlink Mini, which is a new addition. Haven't really come up with a place for that yet, but we'll just put it there for now. And then, over in here, I think what I'll do this time around is this is our smoker and grill. I'll take my 3D printer, seeing as we've got room over in here.
as you can see, most of the items being moved are Scott's gadgets. So, yeah.
There you go. So now we have that room if we need it to put anything else in there to get rid of some weight. But I could even put this in there if I wanted to, but I know I've got room in the bed of the truck for that. And although it's not watertight, it'll survive in there pretty okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much all there is to it. That's all the room that I have left over. And then tomorrow, when we start to break down, we'll put some other stuff in, like the Starlink. This ladder obviously has to get in here somehow. And I'll usually do this. And then I'll just shift things around and kind of secure them and kind of Tetris block them in to make things tight. So the other stuff that we've got in here, just to let you know, is this is my camera tripod. I'll put that in the back of the car.
Another gadget.
I've got the outdoor carpet, and then we have 4 of our chairs that are all nice and compact and relatively light. And then, and behind here, we have the dog fence, the dog pen, which is all broken down as sections. It lays relatively flat. And then we've got some other miscellaneous, a solar panel and a signage for the business. And then we got this table. Which, this table is probably come to the end of its life pretty soon.
Questionable every trip.
All right, so that is about it for the night before. And tomorrow, on the other side, I'll give you a little preview of what we'll do. We'll have to dump the tanks, take in the water, pull in the slides, all that kind of stuff. We'll show you that in the next section. And then I'll probably take out the hose tonight and stage it up for the black tank flush to get that ready for the first thing in the morning after we dump the tanks, dump the gray water tank, and then we will flush the black tank. Or we might flush the black tank and then flush out with the gray tanks. That'll be tomorrow. But the Starlink will come down tomorrow. After we're sure we're rocking and rolling. All right. All right, so that's it for tonight. Catch us in the next section. See ya. All right, so it is the morning of, and we're gonna get started here. Ellen is inside getting ready. She's not doing anything to prep the inside. She's just doing her morning routine as usual. So what I will typically do is I'll come out to the truck, and first thing I'll do is get the tire pressure monitoring system. If I can find where it is. Here it is right here. And I will bring it up towards the front of the rig, turn it on, and get my morning reading. It's a bit cool out, so I expect that these will all be relatively low. So I'll give that a little bit of time to do that. In the meantime, I'll go over here and I will hook up the back black flush tank hose. I was going to call it a backflow or back flush, but that's not what it is. So I'll go get that. All right, so get this started. So once I got that connected, I just kind of stage it down there until Ellen's done and we're done with the water. Then we'll disconnect our primary water, hook that up to the spigot, and we'll let it run for a little bit. And then once that one's done, then we come over here and do the same thing on this one here. And that, of course, is after we dump the black tank, then we flush, and then I will drop the gray water tanks to flush out the hose and then put it away nice and clean. Now I just wait around for this. Not picking up anything yet. It'll take a little while. I'm going to expect that these are going to be pretty low today. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Sometimes the camera doesn't pick up on the screen. But I expect these to be probably down to about 108 given the temperature outside. I usually set them for 115 and the rating is 123. But 115, usually when I just start running it, it'll get up and I'll top out at like, I think 135 or so by the time I'm on the road, which is good enough. Gives a good ride. No unusual wear on the tires or anything like that. So that's been working out well for us. All right, as predicted, we've got one at 108. Another one at 108. And then 109. And 110. And it is about 50 something degrees out. So if it were our regular temperature around 65 to 70, those would be right around 115. So I am comfortable with that, despite what many people in the comments are going to say, I'm sure. But I've been doing it this way for 2 years and the tires are still great. All right, so Ellen is done in the bathroom and all that kind of stuff. So I will pull to drain this black tank. And I won't show you, but trust me, there's black stuff coming out of that one. I let that go for a second or two, and then I will start this one at the same time. And then you can see stuff going by there. I'll just give that a few minutes to run down, and then we will get on to the next step. All right, so that tank has stopped draining. Now I'll disconnect the water over here, hook up this hose, and then let it run for a little while, probably like 10 minutes, and then I'll move the hose over to that one and do that one for 10 minutes. Oh, and a word to the wise, when you are flushing those tanks, you need to leave the valves open because you're going to get distracted and walk away. If you leave them closed, you're going to walk away, and then they're going to overflow, and you're going to have a big mess, and you're not going to be happy. So leave the tanks open while you're flushing. This is still going. Looks pretty clear. So what I'll do is I'll shut it off for now, and I'll move it from there over to there. All right. Here you go. That's all there is. Turn the water back on. Let that run for a while. Another thing I'll do while I'm waiting for the tanks to drain is I'll scope out my exit strategy. Now, I've already done it a couple of times, but what I'll do is I'll just kind of take a look at how I'm going to get this out of here. It's going to be a pretty easy shot, but not all places are this easy, so it's worthwhile to take a look. So I'll just make sure how far I've got to come out, where I might start turning, so that I don't clip this lawn or anything else that might be in the way over there. So I've got plenty of room for that. And then what I do over here is I check to make sure that I won't hit anything with tail swing. So I know I need to be out at least past the pedestal here so that my back end doesn't hit when I'm making the turn. And then what I'll do is I'll generally walk out towards the exit to see if I've got any other challenges. This place is pretty easy, as I said. This is a clear shot to the road, no real obstacles. And then I can just make another, make a left there and then another left, and we're out clean and green. Sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes there are some obstacles, tight corners and things like that, but this place is set up fairly well. All right, now that the tanks are done flushing, I just pull the gray tanks, and that will flush the pipe out with soapy water anyhow, from the shower and from the sink and the washing machine. We'll let that run. And while those are flushing, I'll go in and see what Ellen is doing. There she is. She's probably doing a general bit of just cleaning up in general.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm doing. Getting us organized.
All right.
So we can start packing it.
All right. So while I'm waiting for the tanks to flush, I'll start breaking down my workstation here, and then Ellen does her own. Let me show you what we do for that. I'm going to set up the camera so it shows the whole area while we're doing this stuff. All right, so a few other things Ellen has done. She's put the strap on the TV. She has taken the microwave dish out and stowed that up in the front in towels, so that's out of the way. Taken all of the stuff from these high cabinets and put them in the sink, put other stuff in the sink, secured that. She'll move some stuff from here and put it in the stove.
Oh, you'll put it in a safe place.
Oh, we got to put this in a safe place. So that'll go on the bottom of the stove. And then pretty much all that's left up there is lightweight stuff. The counters are going to be cleared off, just our regular devices and stuff like that. All right, and then we have a bunch of mugs in here that show us what you do with those.
We have a lot of mugs that Scott feels that he's earned over the years. So we have an Iceland mug, we got a Syracuse mug, we got a Bryant mug, we got a UNH mug, and of course your standard 603 mug.
Right. Where's our, we don't have the University of Indianapolis
No,
mug?
you broke it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to get a new one.
We need to get a new one.
Okay.
So we just wrap all those up. So, because back here takes a lot of bounce. So we make sure everything is wrapped up. Handles. You really just want to make sure there's no glass hitting glass. So.
That's it?
That's it. All the other cabinets are done, I think. But we'll double check.
All right, so go through the checklist, Ellen.
Okay, so we empty everything out of the shower, and then we hook the shower doors so they don't go flying, and pretty much throw everything in the sinks. Just to protect everything, we make sure everything is anchored kind of in the closet. Nothing that will go flying that's heavy. We lock the door.
There's a latch down there.
Latch the door.
One there, and there's one over there.
We latch the door. We take everything off the nightstands. I pull the shades. I know it's a big bone of contention that I pull the shades. I guess I don't want people seeing what we got when we're traveling down the road. Right? And then in this bathroom, just make sure everything's put away, throw everything in the sink. Make sure there's no ladders in here. Not that that's ever happened before. And then we hook up the TV. We'll move the ottoman into the kitchen. We'll take the dogs with us. Pull the shades in here. We will attach this chair in a few minutes and move these chairs. Also, notice all the shades are pulled for privacy. And then we make sure everything is put away. Again, on the shelves, we put the heaviest stuff at the bottom. No glass touching glass. I don't know how we came up with all this stuff in here, but and then this has been emptied for heavy stuff. All of this is secured. Got all of Scott's mugs safe and sound. This is empty. This is just spices in here. And the oven is full of stuff.
My coffees.
Coffees. The dishwasher is also full of stuff. And then everything that is usually up in those cabinets or on the floor or on top of the sink is now, or on top of the stove is now in the sink.
All right, now show your favorite thing to do.
My favorite thing to do, so we've gone through the refrigerator, packed it all up. Anything that's fragile is in the drawers. So we like to make sure that there's nothing that's going to come flying. So, and on the doors, make sure no glass is touching glass, because back here does take some bumps. So my favorite thing to do in the whole world as we're getting ready is to try and get this into this little screw hole right there. Let's see if I hit it.
Ooh.
Nope.
No. Maybe you could use a light.
No. I can see it. It's just a matter of getting it in there. Okay, there it is.
Ta-da.
And then you screw this on tight. And that will keep the doors closed. And hopefully nothing really fragile in there. Eggs are packed away safely.
All right.
Because eggs are fragile these days again. Eggs. Cost of eggs going back up. Chickens. Chickens are very important. Okay, so that's that for the kitchen. We'll move these chairs over to here.
We're looking at Buster packing up his bed.
Right? Harley, excuse me. Excuse me.
So we put the chairs there now and then kind of put the pillows around them because we put this new
Watch out.
woven vinyl in place of the carpet, and I didn't put the anchors back down. I was hesitant to put the anchors back through this. So this works out well. We've made a bunch of trips since January, or actually since March, with them going this way, and it worked out fine. We're actually going to replace those with some new office chairs because this chair is busted too. All right, now the next big thing is moving the ottoman, because the ottoman has some stuff in it, so it's a bit heavy.
Oh, look at a spider. No longer.
All right, let's see if I can lift it and run the camera at the same time. Oh, look at that. And we put this back here. I box Ellen into the kitchen. Now we push it as far back as possible against the refrigerator so that it doesn't interrupt or interfere with the slide. And the dog food is sealed so that won't end up all over the place. Now the dogs know that we are getting ready to move. They know the routine. All right.
Then your chair.
I move the chair later after I start putting the slides in.
Okay. All right. That's
All
the
right.
inside.
All right, so now we know we're done here. So what I'll do is I go through, even though I just did this, we wouldn't usually do it on camera. I go and make sure that this is secure, the door is secure, this door is secure. And then I check around, I check to make sure the slides are clear, and then I pull them in by going like this. I go here, go to my slides, and I put in the Schwintek first, because if this comes in or the mattress is a little bit forward, I don't want the Schwintek to have to move the mattress. So I put this one in first, return, and it's a bit crunchy sounding, but it's fine. And there, that one's in. Now this one I'll bring in. All right, that one's done. Now I go over here, make sure this one is clear. Don't pay attention to that. I'll be fixing it. All right, now I bring this one in. I'll go. Buster stays up there while he goes for a ride. He doesn't mind it.
It's like Disney.
Oh, before I do this, I make sure that the TV is secured here, and I did check the slide for clearance. But if the TV were out, we would have known about it right then, for sure.
Where are you going?
All right, now I have Ellen come over here so I can put this slide in. I leave that chair on there while I'm bringing this one in. Could you actually, return, hit that right there, return. Here it comes. It's gonna get tight in here. I make sure that that's clear over there. Okay, there you go. This couch was a little bit out, so the slide pushed it a bit, but it's in there now. And now what I do is, here Ellen, you hold this, and I'll show you what I do with the, kind of try to show me doing the, hey, Buster, hey, Harley, over the other way, come on, over here, go over there, go over there. So basically what I do is I put this down here, take the chair, and I flip it on upside down and put it under here like that. And I can kind of put it in here sometimes just to secure it a little bit, and the arms secured in between. And then I do this to protect the floor, and that is that. And then she takes the dog leashes and we'll bring the dogs for a walk. Go guys, go. Now I'll go through and shut off all the lights.
Okay, Scott's talking too much, so we're going to cut these into segments. So if you like what you're seeing, please like, subscribe, and share the videos. And then the next segment will be coming right up. Thank you.